Rin liked working late in the biology wing of the research station. The halls were quiet, the lights dimmed, and the scent of clean metal and plant samples helped her focus. She was just finishing notes on a new batch of Cariot moss when a message flashed across her screen. Specimen 19 awake. Agitated. Request. Veterinary response. Rin frowned. Specimen 19 was a nickname for the large dragon-like creature brought in by the Cariot ambassador last week. She had barely gotten clearance to see it once, and even then only from behind a barrier. Most people were too afraid to get close. The creature was massive, 12 meters from snout to tail, claws the size of human arms, thick blue-green scales like plates of living stone, and golden eyes that tracked everything with eerie intelligence. She grabbed her medkit and badge. She was not officially cleared for dragon care, but the senior vet was off station, and she had studied alien physiology for 3 years straight. Her hand shook a little as she reached the sealed enclosure. Inside, the dragon lay coiled but tense, one forepaw stretched forward. It growled softly, low and constant. Not a warning. Not quite pain. A technician stood outside the glass looking pail. What happened? Rin asked. It caught a claw on the maintenance grate. Ripped it halfway. It stuck. Won't let anyone close. Rin looked at the paw. The fourth claw was swollen. Dark fluid oozed from the cracked keratin. The creature flexed its toes and growled again. Its golden eyes locked onto her the second she moved toward the door. I'm going in, she said. The technician stared. You're serious? Yes. It's in pain. That's worse than danger. You're a research student. And a licensed Xenovet tech. Just open the door. The door hissed as it unsealed. Rin stepped inside the enclosure, her legs stiff, but her breath steady. She walked slowly across the floor, hands, visible medkit hanging from her shoulder. The dragon watched her unmoving. My name is Rin, she said softly. The dragon blinked once. I'm here to help. She knelt beside the paw slowly. The creature tensed but did not move. Up close she saw the claw was nearly torn from its base, wedged under a metal ridge. She reached out with gloved fingers and touched the surrounding tissue. The dragon hissed sharp breath, flooding the air with heat. I know. I'm sorry, she whispered. She opened her medkit and pulled out a pain patch. She pressed it just above the wrist. The skin under the scales twitched, but the dragon did not pull away. Just give it a minute. Then I'll remove it. She waited, watching the dragon's face. Its eyes stayed locked on hers. When the skin stopped twitching, she wrapped her hand around the broken claw and pulled. It resisted. She adjusted her grip, braced her foot against the floor, and yanked hard. The claw came free with a wet snap. The dragon roared. The sound shook the walls. The lights flickered. The technician outside the glass ducked. Rin stayed, kneeling, breath caught, eyes wide. The dragon lowered its head slowly toward her. Its breath stirred her hair. One golden eye the size of her palm gazed into her soul. Then it licked her. Its tongue, rough but warm, slid across her shoulder and face, leaving her dripping and stunned. Rin sat back, gasping. Okay, was not expecting that. The dragon blinked again and let out a deep rumble. Not pain, not anger, something else. The door behind her hissed open again. What happened? The technician asked. I think I just got thanked. Rin turned back to the dragon. It had curled its paw close, now resting its head on the floor beside it. She cleaned the wound gently. The dragon let her. No growls. No flinching. You're not what they say you are, she murmured. You're not a monster. It chuffed softly in response. The next day, Rin returned to the enclosure to check the wound. The dragon rose when it saw her and moved closer. This time it lowered its head, immediately placing it beside her on the ground. You remember me, she said. A slow blink. Want me to scratch that itchy spot behind the horns? She reached up. The dragon huffed, but allowed it. She rubbed gently and was rewarded with sound like a purr and a ripple of blue along its scales. Word spread quickly. They called her the Dragon Girl. Others watched through the glass whispering. But Rin focused only on the dragon. She learned its name from the ambassador later. Thalekar, an old name meaning guardian of broken skies. Over the next week, Thalekar responded only to her. He refused to eat until she arrived. Refused care from other handlers. Refused relocation. Rin's supervisor pulled her aside. He's bonded to you. What does that mean? It means you're his chosen. You'll need to stay. Stay with him. Stay for him. That night, she sat in the enclosure with Thalekar's head resting in her lap. His breath ruffled her coat. She traced the healed edge of his paw where the claw had once been. You knew I wouldn't hurt you, she said. A slow blink. You trusted me first, didn't you? He rumbled in response. Rin smiled. She had come to fix a wound. Instead, she had become something more. A healer, a friend, maybe even family. And though she had not expected any of it, she would not trade it for the stars.